Well, these plants look good, pretty good right now, don't you think?
Since the dawn of agriculture, it's been every farmer's dream that their children will keep working their land, preserving their legacy for future generations.
That one looks good.
Yeah, a lot of new growth.
But for Rich Rominger and his son Bruce, it was never a sure thing.
When I started working, and you have to spend all day on a tractor when you're 13 or 14 years old, you can't think of anything else. You would want to do less. I couldn't wait to do something else. When I went off to college out of high school, I hadn't planned on majoring in agriculture. I was just wide open. I didn't know what I was going to be doing. They're growing really fast right now. We're getting some warm days. And
when do you think these will need some water?
By the time I got out of college, I recognized how important agriculture was. You recognize that it is the foundation of our civilizations, plentiful, healthy food supply.
When Bruce Rominger returned to the family farm near Winters, California in the early 1980s, he was continuing a farming tradition that now spans nearly 150 years.
When you've been farming in an area as a family for so long, you can't help but think about the sustainability, because you think, wow, I'm just one section of this ongoing continuum. I better make this a sustainable operation.
My great-grandfather came to Yolo County in 1870 after being up in the gold fields, the gold rush, for a few years, and having then gone back to Germany to get his family. My grandfather then also continued farming in the area, and then my father was one of a family of 6 boys and 3 girls, and they all became farmers, all 6 of the boys. We landed on this piece of property in 1932 when my father and one of his brothers bought this 3,000 acres. Our sons are doing all the farming now, but they're farming about 4,000 acres of irrigated land, and then we have a couple thousand acres of rangeland.
In recent years, that rangeland has opened up new possibilities for the next generation of Rominger children.
This is our trail riding business. It's our agri-tourism operation. We call it Rominger Trails, and we've been doing this for about 4 years. People who own horses come out here and go trail riding. We have 2,000 acres here of the oak woodlands. You can ride on the trails that we have, or you can ride off them, just wherever you want to go. Pretty much my whole life I've been horseback riding. When I married Bruce and became part of this family and saw this beautiful scenic countryside, I thought this is a great place to go trail riding, and I think that other people would enjoy doing it. And I think it's something that Rachel is going to take over one day.
And if Rachel does pick up the reins, she will represent the 6th generation of Romingers who've made a living from this land.
I think that generations continue farming because of the way they are treated. Both his father and he kind of said, anything you boys want to do, and let them have a chance to make their own decisions.
Your kids don't necessarily want to always do what you want to do. If you work them too hard or make this farming look like it's not much fun, I don't think they'd be interested. So I try and keep a positive attitude and instill in them that this is an important thing, and I consider myself lucky to be able to do it.
Rich Rominger's contribution to agriculture extends far beyond the farm. He was director of the California Department of Food and Agriculture under Governor Jerry Brown in the 1970s and deputy secretary of the USDA under President Clinton. But it's the family farm that represents the Romingers' most enduring legacy.
I believe my great-grandfather would be proud of what we've accomplished here. I think we've taken care of the land. We believe in stewardship. We want to make sure that we're sustainable, that this land, this farm, is going to be growing food not only for the next generation, but 100 years, 200 years, 500 years from now.
And for those considering a future in farming, he has some parting words of encouragement.
If you think you want to do this, try it out, because it is hard work, long hours, but there's an awful lot of satisfaction in watching things grow and being out in the fresh air, sunshine, and it's just a good place to be.